Awesome. Well, we thank you for being such a champion. And today's topic, I have a very personal connection to for the listeners that know me and those that don't, have had transformative experiences and an existence basically with chronic pain and using yoga, you know, to not only mitigate, but even alleviate and remove a life that was filled with basically pain all the time. So this is a very near and dear to my heart topic, and I'd love for you to kind of break some of it down for the listeners. One of the things that you do so well is breaking down some of the high science into things that everyone can understand and really anyone can incorporate into their daily life. So I was wondering if you could start by maybe explaining some of the evidence behind and how you got to the idea that, practicing yoga can alleviate or support the alleviation of pain.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is something that a lot of people have been using yoga for, not just for years, honestly, for centuries. And yoga has long been considered a major pain management approach. But one of the problems that a lot of researchers have run into is supporting that through the evidence. You can have 100,000 people who say, yeah, no, absolutely, it works. But how do you show that on a piece of paper? How do you put a bar graph demonstrating the efficacy of something based on anecdotes?
And have the
Unfortunately,
scientific community validate it that those are clinical endpoints, just like they would any other clinical trial. Yeah.
exactly. And so that was our goal, was to be able to map the mechanisms by which yoga interacts with the pain system. Because if we can map it, if we can see how yoga interfaces with every single one of the mechanisms within the pain system and pain management approaches, we can see precisely, does yoga have the ability to interact with those systems? Is there an ability for it to reduce pain, and if so, how? It's sort of like, we know there are people inside the house. There are a lot of people who say, yeah, I walked through that door right there, that big door that says yoga, and we came into this house called pain management. You didn't see them walk through the door. So you've got to go check it out, stand by the door, and wait until somebody walks in so that you can verify something that you already really know, but you can see, how does it open? Does the door open inward or outward? Who's walking through? How quickly do they walk through? It's the sort of thing that we have to do in research, of validating things that common sense already knows, but if we want to be able to push that further and especially get it adopted into the biomedical arena, we've really got to be able to show how this works, nuts and bolts.